everyone. In this session, we will discuss about the classical problems of synchronization. So, in the earlier classes, we have discussed what is synchronization. Okay. So, here we will discuss the classical problems of synchronization. So, the classical problems of synchronization is broadly classified into three varieties. They are nothing but the first one is bounded buffer problem. We can also call it as producer-consumer problem. Okay, second one is dining philosopher problem. The third one is readers-writers problem. Okay, so we will discuss these three problems one by one in detail. Okay, so coming to the first one, what is bounded buffer or producer-consumer problem? Producer-consumer problem. So, this problem is generalized in terms of producer-consumer problem. We will discuss the problem. What is the problem? So, the problem is, let us suppose, so here we have producer. So, the producer produces. Okay. The consumer consumes. Okay. So the producer, and here we have consumer. The producer produces some items. Let us suppose items. And the consumer will consume those items. Okay. Suppose the producer produces the items and he will keep the items here. And okay, he will give the items. Let us suppose item 1, 2, 3 and so on to n. And the consumer will consume these items. Suppose if the producer produces, let us suppose if he produces 10 items, the consumer may consume 8 items or 7 items like that. Okay, here the problem is, there might be a situation where, okay, here two situations may arise. We will discuss. So here two problems may arise. So here two problems may arise. The first problem is, so let us suppose the capacity of this is, let us suppose 100 items. Let us suppose. So there might be a situation where the producer has consumed 100 items, 1, 2, 3 and so on to 100 items. Okay, whereas the consumer has not consumed. Okay, so it is completely filled with 100 items and this block is full. Yet, if the producer consumes, if the producer produces some items and if he keeps those items inside, so the stack overflow. The overflow takes place. This block overflow takes place. That is one problem. Okay, that is the first problem. And coming to the second problem, so if the producer keeps on producing the items and the consumer consumes, so there might be a situation where, so this producer may produce 10 items and these 10 items may be consumed. If this produces 20 items will be consumed. And there might be a situation where there are no items. The items are zero. If there are 0 items inside the block, the consumer may consume. Okay, here also the error takes place because there are no items to consume for the consumer. So that is the second problem. Okay, these two problems may arise. That is what the producer-consumer problem. So here what we have discussed, there might be a situation where the producer may produce, if he keeps on producing the items, whereas the consumer does not consume the items. In that situation what happens is, this block may be overflow, because overflow is number of items. Okay, that is one drawback. Okay, and the second drawback is, if the consumer keeps on consuming the items and if all the items inside the block are over, finished, and if the producer has not consumed anything, the producer has not produced anything, whereas the consumer tries to consume where there are no items inside the block. Okay, the error takes place, right? So that is one. That is a problem here. The producer and consumer problem. In order to overcome that problem, what we can do is we can use two counting semaphores. One is full, and the other is empty. Okay. If it is full, the producer will not produce any items. If it is empty, the consumer will not consume any items from this block. Okay. So that's the reason two counting semaphores were kept. They were nothing but full and empty. So these two, producer and consumer, has to track off these two semaphores. Okay. So with this we will wind up the first one. Okay, producer and consumer problem. Coming to the second one. Second one is dining philosopher's problem. Okay, here nothing but we have 5 philosophers. Okay, we have 5 philosophers. Okay, so here let us assume that here inside they have noodles. Okay, so these are the chopsticks. So 5 chopsticks are there. So here we have 5 philosophers were sitting around the table. This is a round table, and 5 philosophers were sitting around the table. Philosopher 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 philosophers were sitting, and there were only 5 chopsticks available. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here the condition is whenever any philosopher feels hungry, okay, what he has to do is he has to eat the noodles. So when he wants to eat the noodles, what he has to do is he has to take 2 chopsticks. For example, if philosopher 1 wants to eat, he has to take this chopstick and this chopstick. These 2 chopsticks he has to use. Similarly, if philosopher 2 wants to eat, okay, he has to take 2. So any philosopher, if he wants to eat the food, he has to take 2 chopsticks. First he has to take the left chopstick, next the right chopstick. He has to take 2 chopsticks. But here the problem is, if philosopher 1 is eating the food, if he takes these 2 chopsticks, then there is no chance for philosopher 2 as well as philosopher 5. Okay, that's the main problem. So here the philosophers does only 2 things. One is thinking and the other is eating. One is thinking and the other is eating. So here that's the problem. So the philosophers, what they do, either they keep on thinking or they keep on eating. Okay, if any philosopher tries to eat, so they have to take these 2 chopsticks. Similarly, the philosopher too, if he wants to eat, he has to take these 2 chopsticks. Okay, if they don't have 2 chopsticks, they will keep on waiting. Okay, sometimes they may feel with starvation. Okay, or they may die with starvation. That's the problem here. Okay, that's the problem here. We have to overcome that problem. Okay, that is the dining philosopher's problem. Coming to the third one, this is nothing but readers-writers problem. The third problem is readers-writers problem. So here the readers-writers problem is nothing but what the author is telling is, for example, let us suppose this is data or information. Okay. So there might be some process. There might be some process P1 is writing some information. So writing means, you know, what do you mean by writing? Performing writing operation or write operation. Let us suppose process P1 is performing some write operation on this data. Means what? So this data is being modified, or there might be some new data is inserted into this file. Okay. Whereas some processes were being, they are reading. Some processes were reading the data from this file. So now there might be some problem after, why? Because this writing operation is being performed. So this data. So this process may read this data, but this writing operation may modify this data. They may modify or they may update this data. but these process will not get this updated information. Okay, that's why the readers writers problem takes place. Readers writers problem. Okay, so that's why in order to perform reading operation or read operation, what they have to do is they have to wait until all the process finishes their writing operation. Okay, and the processes which are performing write operation, they should not perform all the write operations at a time. They have to perform the write operation one after the other. So after all the process finishes their writing operation, then these processes has to start the read operation. Okay, they have to perform the read operation. So these are the classical problems of synchronization. So with this we will wind up the three problems. The first one is producer-consumer problem. Second one is dying philosopher's problem. The third one is readers writers problem. Okay, so with this we will wind up the session. Thank you.